What is good, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we'll be ranking the top 5 man AR players in Call of Duty history. And this video is brought to you by manscaped.com. We're here with the new body wash. Actually, let's see what we're working with. Okay, got it right there. Okay, it smells very, very good. Keep your skin fresh, clean, reinvigorated with the new body wash. And the new 16-ounce aluminum bottle has a convenient pump top in here, so it gives you perfect head-to-toe coverage with just the right amount of soap. And this is the dynamic duo right here. You got the Lawnmower 4.0, you get the Manscaped body wash, and also it's waterproof, cordless, so all you do, press it, and you're good to go. Thank you to Manscaped for helping me step up my shower game. You can all now go to manscaped.com and use code ATTACH for a 20% discount and free shipping. And now it is time to rank the top 5 main ARs or assault rifle players in Call of Duty history. In my opinion, though, you guys of course can comment yours down below, switch some players in or out, who you think number 1 through 5 is. I would love to see who you guys think is the best player or the best main AR player of all time in the comments, because I'm sure we will have a couple different opinions. And if I'm missing a big name, that is because I'm probably classifying that player as a flex player. A flex player is someone who uses an SMG and an AR, kind of goes back and forth depending on their teammates and the team they're on and such. So make sure you remember that throughout watching this video. But coming in at number 5, the one and only, the human turret, Samuel Octane LaRue. He has 7 land wins and he became a pro in Advanced Warfare. He's been in the discussion for the best AR in like BO3, IW, World War II, Black Ops 4. Like, he was always up in the discussions and in the top 3 winning events and competing against like the likes of Formal, Slasher, Clayster, and players like that. So he's just been frying, and you guys know how good Sam is. He just takes over. Of course, recently, the past couple years with Seattle Surge, he hasn't had the best years team success-wise. He's been playing great individually, and I think he'll really shine when he gets his new LA Thieves team. Seems like he's very happy with the roster. That roster is also disgusting, so I can see them doing very, very well. That's why I got Sam at number 5. 7 chips. He's close to the double digits. He's getting close. And these next 2 players were so difficult to place. I kept switching them back and forth until I finally made a decision. I'm gonna explain it to you guys, and hopefully you guys can understand. Let me know what you think as well, so you guys can kind of help me decide, because my list isn't final. No lists are final. It's just our opinion. So coming in at number 4, I'm going to have Alec Sanders. I think that's his last name. I don't even know. But he has 9 event wins, 3 of those being online, 6 of those being on land, and 2 Call of Duty Championship rings. He was a professional. He turned pro in Infinite Warfare, where you won an event there. In World War II, they did not win an event. That was kind of like the United drought until the end of Black Ops 4, where he won like the playoffs in Miami and then COD champs. They went back to back at the end. Switched it to franchising. He joined Huntsman. They were able to win 3 events, 2 of those being online, 1 of those being on land before the whole COVID and everything hit. And then also in Cold War, where his team dominated. They won two land events, 3 online events, I believe. And yeah, 2 rings. That's just insane. Very few players have 2 rings. Only like a handful really do, or maybe like 5, maybe 6 or something like that. Can't remember off the top of my head. But Alec is not only a very talented player, he also brings so much to the team with the intangibles. If you listen to any of the FaZe listen-ins the past season, you'll hear him always talking, making sure everyone stays calm, making sure to like set up the plan, set up the gameplay, making sure they use teamwork at all times. And so he's just a great leader, a great player, a smart player, and it's someone that every single team needs, because some players might say, oh, this AR is more talented than Alec. If he went to FaZe, they would win everything, which is just not true. Alec brings so much to that team, and he's a necessity on that team. So people be disrespecting him sometimes, but he does so much, and it's hard to rate those intangibles, but players who understand Call of Duty know it's not just whoever gets the most kills wins. Whoever plays the right way and like can structure their team to help each other the most efficiently at all times is going to be the most successful. And I think he was a huge reason FaZe was able to dominate this past year. Sorry for the voice crack, but that's why I got Alec at number 4. And coming in at number 3 is going to be the one and only Austin Slasher Litico. He not only has a robotics engineering degree or something like that, he went to college, he graduated, one of the few Call of Duty professionals to do that. He has a Call of Duty Championships ring and 7 land wins. He became a professional in Ghost, where him and I actually teamed to place top 8 for our first event. It was the Elevate team. It was myself, Miyagi, Strife, and Slasher, all from California. So we were dominating online, went to LAN, got 8th, you know, not the worst, not the best, but it was decent. And then ever since then, he's been a top pro, top AR player. In Ghost, he got 1 second placing at the end. He won an event in, I don't think he won an event in AW, did he? Yeah, you know, he won the first event in AW, Columbus, where Patty P sliced his hand open. So that was his first event win. And then Black Ops 3, he won 2 events and with a COD Champs ring. In IW, he got second twice, second at COD Champs and second at playoffs at the end. In World War II, I believe he won 2 events. In Black Ops 4, I believe he won 2 events as well. And then it switched to online, and he hasn't found that same success. His team have done like okay, but not to where he was doing when it was on LAN. So I mean, it does suck that we went to online and we weren't able to go compete at tournaments, because I definitely see him and his teams winning events if we were still on LAN, I'm sure. And when we went to LAN this past year in Black Ops Cold War, you saw just how good Austin played. He was dropping like 1.2s, shitting on us. They shit on us at hardpoint at COD Champs and would shit on everyone pretty much in hardpoint. Their struggles were like in their SNDs and like their controls a little bit, but they were just, you saw an instant increase when they went to LAN. And he's always been a dominant player, always in the discussion of being the best they are in the game. I would say him, Clay, Formal, and Octane, they all like would take turns being the best they are of certain points in certain games. So like in Black Ops 3, Austin was the best they are probably at the end of it. In IW, Austin and Formal were battling for that top AR spot at the end. Austin will say he was the best, Formal obviously he's the best, but it was a crazy battle. And then in World War II, at certain points when he was winning events, he was the best AR in that game as well. So he's always up there, always putting up numbers, always dominating, and he's very good at search and destroy, just an overall well-rounded player. Like, he doesn't have a weak game mode, and that's why he's been able to find so much success, go to new teams, and also bring more championships home. That's why I got him at number 3. And coming in at the number 2 spot is none other than the legend, the Optic Dynasty member, Matt Formal Piper, who actually was a Halo pro before he switched over to Call of Duty in Call of Duty Ghost, where he hit one of the quickest come-ups from being an amateur to professional player. He joined he started playing in Ghost, and then by the end of the season, he won 2 events, was on Envy, and was probably the best player in Call of Duty Ghost at the end of it. In AW, that's when they went to form the Optic Dynasty with Crimsix, Karma, and Scump. They won like 9 or 10 out of the events of the season, which was just absurd. Absolutely dominated the season. Some other handsome beast won a couple of the other events in that game. And then in Black Ops 3, they dominated that as well. In IW, they dominated that as well. But in IW, they were actually able to get that Call of Duty Championship ring. That's the one thing that they couldn't get the years prior. And once they got that ring, that cemented them as the Dynasty and one of the greatest, if not the greatest roster in Call of Duty history. And if you watch Formal play, you just know how good he was, the plays he was making, and there would just be times where he just looked like by far the best AR in the game, and he was just looked unkillable, just shooting beams out of the sky, flying around, destroying everyone, no matter what the game was, just being able to find success and win consistently, and not only win throughout every single season, but to just dominate teams and make history in Call of Duty. So he's just a naturally very good video game player. He's disgusting at Halo, disgusting at Call of Duty, and now that he retired in Call of Duty, I wouldn't be surprised. He's been streaming Valorant a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if he went pro in Valorant. He's just like a naturally good video game player and one of the best players to ever play Call of Duty. So he's disgusting, had an insane career. 23 event wins is definitely something to be very proud of. And now, at the number 1 spot, the hypest Call of Duty player of all time. You either love him, you hate him, but you kind of gotta love him in the passion he brings to Call of Duty and gaming on main, is going to be James Clayster Eubanks, who has 19 event wins, I believe, 3 of those being online, and 16 of those being on land, which is very good. He also has 3 rings, 2 rings on land, 1 ring on line. So it's he has a very successful career. And the craziest thing about him, and the reason I have him at number 1, is the fact that he was not on a Dynasty roster his whole career. He was on the first Complexity Dynasty in Black Ops 2 and into the beginning of Ghost until he was dropped, where I think they won like 6 or 7 events together. And then he's always just built up teams and found his way back to that top spot, to where he's winning again and just being consistent. He's also like 30 years old. He's been playing Call of Duty since like Call of Duty 4 or something. He's a very old man, but he's very talented. He absolutely fried this past season, so he still has it, and he's just a very passionate player. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and he always leaves it all out there on the battlefield. Very good, very skilled, very hype, a great teammate to have, a great mentor to have as well to a younger player, and just everything he brings to the community. That's why everyone loves him, except for Optic fans sometimes. They might not love him because he's going hype and talking trash across the stage about their favorite team, but everyone loves him and respects the passion he brings. Overall, very good player, good person, and just won a lot. Was always able to get knocked down to the curb because he got dropped off pretty much like every team he's ever been on, but found a way to make it back to the top. And I just have to respect that resilience. You all have to, and that's why I have him at the #1 spot. You kick him while he's down, and then he just comes back up. He stunts on you, wins a ring, and just does some more crazy shit. So that's why I got Clay at #1. And here is the actual list. I will put a link down below. It's on COD/esports. And you will see all the list of players and how many tournaments they've won, their earnings, and it separates it with wins online, earnings online, on LAN, and online. So you can kind of see both of it. But really cool website. Shout out to whoever made this. And thank you guys all for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. And as always, mine is attached, and I'm out. Peace.